Hi guys. Does the sound seem to be working? I'm trying a microphone tonight, so I just want to make sure that the sound is good. Steph, can you hear me? Okay, welcome everyone. So my name is Harrison, if you haven't taken a class with me before, and I will be leading you through your 45-minute flow yoga class this evening. So before we get started, you're going to need water, a yoga strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use either a belt or like a tie or a towel or something that's just kind of about shoulder width apart. And you will also need 2 yoga blocks. So if you don't have yoga blocks, that's also fine. You can use like a pillow or a rolled up blanket or just something that you can use for some kind of support. And you might also just need a towel in case you get a little bit sweaty. So I will let everyone grab all of their props, and then we will meet at the top of our mats, just standing actually, with palms facing forward, just in a neutral position. And again, I'm just going to make sure that the sound is good. Perfect. And I'm also going to try some music tonight, so hopefully everyone can hear me. Okay, technical difficulties. Hang on one second. Just one sec. Okay, is the mic still working? All right, so we're going to meet in Tadasana at the top of our mat. So just standing in a nice neutral spine, starting to take some deep breaths. Noticing if you're holding on to any areas of tension. Breathing into those areas. Starting to become aware of your breath. Noticing how you're feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally. Just letting your day go completely. All together, let's take a really big deep breath in, filling all the way up. And exhale, let it go. Again, just like that, breathe in all the way, filling up. Exhale, big sigh. One more time, just like that. And a big sigh out. Start to just roll your shoulders up and back. Keep your eyes closed here. This is just relaxing. Switching directions. And starting to take some rolls with your neck. So just rolling out the neck clockwise. And changing directions. Inhale, reach up and look up. And grab for your right wrist with your left hand. Send your hips slightly over to the right. And just lean over to the left. So you should find a nice stretch along the right side of your body. Maybe gaze up under the right arm. Inhale, come on back up through to center. And then exhale, reach for your left wrist, sending your hip slightly left and leaning over towards the right. So again, you should feel a nice long lateral stretch along the left side of your body. Gazing under left arm, just taking some deep breaths. Now inhale, come on up to the front of your mat. Send your arms up overhead. And then exhale, dive down, coming into your forward fold ragdoll. So it's okay if your knees are slightly bent here, just as long as you're folding over the lower half of your body. Maybe take a slight sway side to side. And if you want here, you can reach for opposite elbows. That can feel really nice to open up the shoulders. Or you could interlace your fingers behind your neck, intending your head further down towards the ground. So whatever feels good in your body. Now inhale, bring your hands up to your shins, look up halfway and hold. And reach your arms forward. So we're in a halfway lift, however, we're reaching our hands forward. So your palms are facing in towards each other. Your core is going to start to turn on here. You're going to maybe feel a little bit of a shake. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. And then exhale, send your arms behind you. Inhale, send your arms forward. Exhale, send them back. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Reach forward, palms facing in. Exhale, send your arms behind you. Last time all together, take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold. Come on up halfway. Fold forward, plant your palms, and we're going to come down into tabletop pose. So your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, hips are stacked over your knees. We're just going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. So in the inhale, drop your belly, look up. And exhale, squeeze everything in towards the middle, gazing towards your navel. Again, breathe in, drop the belly, gaze up. And then exhale, send everything in, spreading shoulder blades apart. And just taking a few more rounds on your own here. You can close your eyes. Do whatever feels nice for your body. Maybe you're rotating your chest a little bit side to side. Just take a couple more rounds on your own. Now come back to a neutral spine. Spin your fingers around to face towards your knees. And just lean back slightly, just warming up the wrists and the forearms a little bit. This is a sensitive area for a lot of us, so it's really good that we warm them up, make sure our bodies are ready for the practice to come. And spin your fingers back to face the front of the mat. And just step back into high plank pose. So we're going to start to turn on the core, squeeze the glutes, spread the shoulder blades apart, spread the fingers apart. Hold here. And then we're going to exhale and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down to your belly, hands beside low ribs. Keep your lower body on the ground here, and we're just going to lift up our head, chest, and our hands, coming into baby cobra. Exhale, release. 2 more rounds just like that, just lifting the chest, the head, and the hands. And release. 1 more time. And release. So this is where you're going to grab your strap or your belt or your tie or whatever it is that you're using. So just unroll that. So you're gonna grab for either side of the strap, and you want it to be, your hands to be about this far apart. So your arms are fully stretched out. Come back onto your belly. Your forehead can rest on the mat here as well, but send your arms forward and tear the strap apart. Now inhale, you're gonna send your arms behind you. So we're just gonna floss out the shoulders here. This should feel really nice and relaxing. And then just bring them back forward. Again, inhale, send your arms back, pull the strap apart, and send your arms forward. So we'll just do a few more rounds like that. Now adding on here, we're going to start to fire up the core. So keep spreading that strap apart. And then lift your chest, your hands, your forehead, and your lower body. So you're going to keep your heels and your toes together. And just pulse up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push your way back up to tabletop. And find your way to downward facing dog. So you're sending your hips up and back towards the sky. Your hands are rooted firmly into the mat. Fingers are spreading apart. And you're pressing through your palms to send your hips higher. So start to pedal out the feet a little bit here. Might feel a little crack in the toes. And we'll just take 3 deep breaths in down dog. And slowly find your way up to the top of your mat, so you can either walk, hop, or step to the front. Just find your ragdoll forward fold. Come on up halfway. Fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And just sink your hips down about halfway, coming into your chair pose. So your big toes are together, your heels are about 1 inch apart. Your thighs are squeezing in towards each other. You're engaging your core, your glutes. You should have a long neutral spine. Shoulders can be relaxed, but intend your biceps up towards your ears. So you should really feel your lower body working here, and your core should be on fire. And then just sink down 1 inch. Deep breath. Another inch. Another inch. And find your way all the way to the ground, coming into your boat pose. So you're on your sit bones here. Legs are out in front of you, your core is engaged, you have a long spine, and your arms are reaching forward. So continue to breathe here. And on the inhale, send your arms up overhead. And then on the exhale, roll to your outer left hip and send your arms to the outside of your right leg. Come on back up. Outer right hip and send your arms over towards the left. Back up through center. Left hip, arms over to the right. On up. Right hip, arms to the left. Come on back through center. One more time each side. Left hip, arms to the right. Come on back up. And then roll down to your outer right hip, send your arms over to the left. Back up through the center. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release down onto your back. And interlace your hands just behind your thighs and start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. Massaging out the back. And then find your way back into downward facing dog. So bring your big toes together to touch and send your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee and then roll open your hips, stacking the hips. Keep your shoulders pointing forward. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, draw your right knee to your right tricep. Again, inhale, send your leg back. Twist under, right knee, left tricep. Send your leg up and back. And then step on through, coming into your low lunge. So if you have any knee issues here, you can just roll your mat over. Just give yourself a little bit of extra padding. And then come on up. So make sure that your knee is stacked over your ankle. Your hips are intending towards the front of the space. Reaching up. Now, like we did at the beginning of practice, grab for your right wrist with your left hand and just lean over towards the left. So again, we're finding that nice lateral stretch along the side of the body. One more breath here. Reach back up towards the sky. And if you have your blocks, you can grab them here as well. We're gonna come into our half split. So to straighten out your right leg and just fold over the knee. So your left hip should be stacked over your left knee here. Take a deep breath in to lengthen, and then fold. So keep your right toes flexed up towards your knee. Right hip is coming back, left hip's coming forward. Inhale, roll back up to your low lunge, arms to sky. And then just bring your hands towards your chest in prayer. Lean forward slightly and then hook your left elbow over right knee, coming into low crescent twist. So your elbows are stacking, your palms are pressing firmly into each other, shoulders are stacked. And just gazing up towards the sky. So you're intending to open up your chest here. One more breath here. And reach up. And frame your front foot with your hand, stepping on back to plank. Then lower down. You can either go halfway or all the way down here. Find cobra or upward facing dog. And then find your way back, downward facing dog. And this time it's your left leg going up and back. Bend your knee and then open your hip, stacking the hips. Intending shoulders to stay square to the front of your room. Deep breath in, and then exhale, left knee, left tricep. Send the left leg back. Left knee, right tricep, twist under the body. Inhale, send the leg up and back. And then exhale, step on through, coming into your low lunge on the other side. So again, pad the knee if you have any knee problems. And just send your arms up towards the sky. Left knee stacked over left ankle. Shoulders can be relaxed. Lengthen the spine. And this time you're reaching for your left wrist with your right hand and just leaning over towards the right. Come on back up through center. Deep breath in. And then send your hips back, straighten out your left leg, finding your half splits. Take a deep breath in to lengthen. And exhale, fold over left knee. Keep the left toes flexed. Intend your hips forward. Inhale, roll back forward, finding your low lunge, arms up towards the sky. And then bring your hands to heart center, lean forward and twist, hooking right elbow over left knee. So finding your crescent twist on the other side. Keeping everything perfectly stacked here, intending your chest open. One more deep breath here. Come on back up through center. And plant your palms either side of left foot. Step back, high plank. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, upward facing dog. And come on back, downward facing dog. Again, find your way up to the top of your mat so you can either walk, hop, or step. Come on up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, inhale. And then come on, sink down into your chair. Deep breath here. And fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step back, plank. Find your way down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to take about 5 breaths here. So if you want to take a sip of water, now is a good time. All right, so let's meet back in down dog. And again, we'll start with the right leg. So send your right leg up towards the sky, bend your knee and open your hip. And then draw your right knee towards your right tricep. This time you're welcome to take a push-up. And then come on back up, send your right leg back up towards the sky. And then it's right leg, left tricep, optional push-up. Come on back. And this time, draw your knee in towards your nose and step through, coming into crescent lunge. So make sure your feet are on separate tracks here and rise up. So again, right knee is stacked over right ankle. Intending your hips forward, squeezing your glutes, core is on. And just straighten into your front leg and send your back foot out on an angle, maybe about 20 degrees or so. Reach up and then fold forward over your front leg, coming into pyramid pose. So if the ground is too far here, you can reach for your blocks or your props. One more breath here. Now re-bend into your front knee. Coming back into your crescent lunge, you're on the ball of your back foot. And then again, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Lean forward slightly and twist, hooking left elbow over right knee. Coming into your crescent twist. And here you're welcome to open up your arms as well if you want to open up the chest. Now inhale, come on back up through to crescent lunge. And this time we're going to take runner's lunge. So inhale, reach up. And then exhale, send your arms back and lean forward. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, lean forward, send your arms behind you. One more time, reach up. And then this time you're going to send all your weight into your right foot. And as you come forward, you're going to lift your back foot off the ground, coming into warrior 3. So your left toes are going to be flexed, pointing down towards the ground. Hips are again staying square. Finding your balance and a point of focus to look at. You can bring your hands to heart center. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can send your arms forward. But just try to keep a neutral spine here. One more deep breath. And bring your hands to the mat, framing your right foot, coming into standing splits. So you can open up your left hip a little bit here. You can either point your toes or flex your foot. One more deep breath. And bring your feet together at the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then plant your palms coming back into high plank. Lower down halfway. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, come on back, downward facing dog. This time it's your left leg going up towards the sky. Bend your knee and open up your hip. And draw your left knee towards your left tricep. Optional push-up. Send your left leg up and back. And this time it's your knee to your right tricep. Push-up. Send your left leg up and back. And then draw your left knee in towards your nose and then step between your hands, making sure feet are on separate tracks before you rise up. And come on up, crescent lunge. So left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Hips are square to the front of the room. You're on the ball of your back foot, reaching up. And straighten into your front leg. Bring your back foot in slightly. Send your foot out onto a slight angle. Inhale, reach up, look up. And fold forward, coming into your pyramid on the other side. So again, you're trying to keep your hips square to the front of the room. You're folding over the left leg. You can add a slight micro bend in the leg if it's a bit too much. One more breath here. And rebend into your front leg, coming onto the ball of your back foot, rising up into crescent lunge. Bring your hands to heart center, inhale. And then exhale, lean forward and then hook your right elbow onto your left knee. And again, you have the same option here to open up your arms if you want. Find more of a stretch through the chest. One more breath here all together. And exhale, come on back up through to center, arms up towards the sky. And we'll take our 3 rounds of runner's lunge here. So inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, send your arms behind you, lean forward. One more time. Send your arms back. Inhale, reach up. And then this time stabilize to your left foot. Send all your weight into your left leg. Send your arms back and lift your back leg, coming into warrior 3. So your back toes are pointing towards the ground, your foot is flexed. Glutes are squeezing. And again, you have that option to reach the arms forward or bring your hands to heart center. 2 more breaths. Now bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Maybe step back a little bit. And we're going to come into standing split. So you're still sending your right leg up. You can point the toes here, open up the right hip a little bit. One more breath. And then step your feet together at the front of the mat. Inhale, come on up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, fold. And just drop down towards your knees. We're going to find child's pose. So your knees can be wide or you can bring them together. And just reach your arms forward. Inhale, roll forward. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, it's your right leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Drop the knee down towards the ground. You can drop your back leg. Relax your back toes. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, just fold over your right leg, finding your pigeon pose. So your forehead can meet the ground. You can use a block if you want here. And if this is a lot on your knee as well, you can prop a block below your hip or just under the front knee. But wherever you are, just settle in. We're going to be here for a few breaths. Three more breaths here. Find your way back up on your hands. And we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a flow here, you're more than welcome to. That's rolling forward into high plank, lower down chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. This time it's your left leg that's going up and back. And just draw your left knee towards your left wrist. Relax your back leg, keeping your leg in line with your right hip. Inhale, breathe in, look up. And exhale, fold over your left leg. You can stack your palms here and just make a little pillow for your forehead. And just sink in. Three more breaths. Find your way back up onto your hands. And find your way back to down dog. So if you want to take one more last flow, you're more than welcome to. Now from downward facing dog, just come on down to your knees, swing your legs out to the side, and make your way onto your back. Just hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe roll a little bit side to side, massaging out the low back. Now keep your right knee tucked in towards your right shoulder and send your left leg out in front of you. Keep your left toes flexed. And with every breath in, just find a little bit of length. And every exhale, draw your right knee in a little bit closer towards your right shoulder. Bring the sole of your left foot onto the mat. Cross your right ankle over left knee. Keep the right toes flexed. And then draw the left knee in towards you while sending your right knee away. Finding your figure four. Send your left leg back out in front of you. Draw your right knee in. Send your hips slightly over to the right. And then with the help of your left hand, draw your right knee across your body, coming into reclined twist. Reach your right arm out beside you. Gaze over right shoulder. Breathing deeply into your twist. Inhale, come on back up through to center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. And then send your right leg out in front of you and draw your left knee in towards your right shoulder, or your left shoulder, sorry. Keeping right toes flexed. Maybe rocking your left knee side to side, massaging out the hip. Plant the sole of your right foot onto the mat, crossing left ankle over right knee. Interlace your fingers either behind your right thigh or your knee, and draw your right knee in towards you and send your left knee away. Just keeping left toes flexed. Send your right leg forward, draw your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Scoot your hips over to the left. And then with the help of your right hand, draw your left knee across your body, coming into your reclined twist on the other side. And gazing over your left shoulder towards your left hand. Taking some deep belly breaths. One more deep breath here. And come on back through to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest one last time. Give yourself a big hug. And then exhale, release, coming into your Shavasana. So you can allow your heels to fall open. Palms can face up towards the sky. Just coming into complete relaxation. Slowly starting to bring some awareness back into your body. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling out ankles and wrists. Rocking your head gently from left to right. And slowly drawing your knees back in towards your chest. Just rolling over onto your right side. Finding fetal position, using your right arm as a pillow. And slowly finding your way up into a comfortable seat. Just keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to rest on your knees, finding a tall, straight spine. Bringing your palms together at your forehead. And thanking yourself for making it to the mat tonight. Giving your body the love that it deserves. I thank you all for taking this time out of your evening to practice with me. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste.